Hello, Huskies fans, and welcome to the 5th edition of Trivia Mayhem here on stcloudstatehuskies.com. Remember, folks, as always, the Trivia Mayhem is brought to you by the new St. Cloud State Huskies Trivia app. It's available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. This app, you can play trivia on it. You can get special deals. A really, really good thing to have on your phone. I'm sure all of these three coaches have it on their phones. Today, we're joined by Matt Reimer, Sean Holmes, and Rob Doc Swendra. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Doing good, Thomas. Doing good.
Doing well, thank you.
So I know, Doc, the last time you were on, it was a pretty dominant showing. All three of you have been on the Huskies Trivia Mayhem before. Sean, is there a little bit of animosity between you and Doc? He beat you and Chad Bregman pretty good the last time out.
The tension, you could cut it with a knife.
I would agree. It's time to go. Right? Let's go.
Well, last time that you two were on, you had 80s trivia or 80s music trivia. Coach Reimer, I know that you've done some basketball. We've got a lot of sports trivia for you here today. I think that should be up your alley, being coaches in the world of sports. So, gentlemen, I will lay out the rules here for everyone who is joining Trivia Mayhem for the first time here today. There's 10 questions, obviously 3 contestants, the 3 of you here. 1 through 9 of the questions will be multiple choice. Each person will get to start 3 questions. Today, it will be going in the order of Coach Reimer, Coach Holmes, and Coach Swendra. If the first person to answer the question is incorrect, then the next person in that order of 3 will get a chance. If they get it wrong, the third person will get a chance. If they fail, no points for the question. Question 10 is paper and pencil. I know that was a lot of people's favorite type of test in high school. The question 10, pencil and paper, no multiple choice. It's worth 2 points. You can receive 1 point, and of course, if you get it entirely wrong, you can also get no points. You have a time limit of 15 seconds to answer each of these questions. Fellas, are we ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, so question number 1, and this is for Coach Matt Reimer. Out of the 4 major North American sports, Major League Baseball, the NFL, the NBA, and the NHL, which franchise took home the most championships? Your options are A, the New York Yankees, B, the Los Angeles Lakers, C, the New England Patriots, or D, the Detroit Red Wings.
That would be the Yankees.
That is incorrect. So we will move on now to Coach Sean Holmes. The New York Yankees have been eliminated. Again, the question is, out of the 4 major North American sports, MLB, the NFL, the NBA, and the NHL, which franchise took home the most championships? A, the New York Yankees has been eliminated, so it will be B, the Los Angeles Lakers, C, the New England Patriots, or D, the Detroit Red Wings.
Man, I would have said the Montreal Canadiens, but I'm going to go with the Lakers. I'm going to go with the Lakers, thinking that maybe Minneapolis Lakers won some before. Am I good?
It is the Los Angeles Lakers, so you would be correct, Coach Holmes. So Coach Holmes has 1 point. Everybody else is currently not on the board. That means we go right back to Coach Holmes here for question number 2. During the 2000s, this NFL team won 115 games, the most in the decade. What team was this? A, the New England Patriots, B, the Indianapolis Colts, C, the Pittsburgh Steelers, or D, the Green Bay Packers?
Goodness gracious. I gotta go with the Packers in the 2000s.
It is not the Packers.
Son of a
So
gun.
you are incorrect. That means we move over to Coach Swendra. During the 2000s, this NFL team won 115 games, the most in the decade. What team was this? A, the New England Patriots, B, the Indianapolis Colts, or C, the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Let's go with the Patriots.
It is not the Patriots.
Oh.
Which means Coach Reimer has a 50-50 shot to get this question correct. During the 2000s, this NFL team won 115 games, the most in the decade. What team was this?
It's
The A, the New England Patriots, or B, the Indianapolis Colts? Or C, pardon, the Pittsburgh Steelers. B or C?
So it's the Colts or the Steelers, right?
Colts or the Steelers?
I'm going to go with the Colts.
You would be correct. So Coach Reimer is on the board. It's now 1-1-0 1 point each for Coach Reimer and Coach Holmes. Doc, we're turning back to you. You're skunked so
Alrighty.
far. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel a slow start, but we're going to give it a good attempt here.
All right, so Doc, the 2000s had the honor of holding 3 different Summer Olympic Games, all in different, unique areas. Which of the following places was the Olympics not held in the 2000s? A, Sydney, Australia, B, Athens, Greece, C, Atlanta, Georgia in the United States, or D, Beijing, China?
Let's go Australia.
That would be incorrect, which means we turn things back over to Coach Reimer. Coach Reimer, the 2000s had the honor of holding 3 different Summer Olympic Games, all in different unique areas. Which of the following places was the Olympics not held in the 2000s? Doc Swendra guessed A, which was incorrect, which means your choices are B, Athens, Greece, C, Atlanta, Georgia, or D, Beijing, China.
Well, I noticed one of the things right away off that question is there's this country called Canada, I think, that's not even mentioned. If I was from Canada, I'd be a little offended. I don't know, Coach Holmes. I would be a little offended that you left off that list. But if memory serves me right, and as old as I am, it starts to go every now and then, Thomas. I believe the Olympics were in Atlanta in 1996, so I'm going to go with Atlanta, not the 2000s.
You would be correct, Coach Reimer. So you are now on the board with 2 points. Atlanta, Georgia was not a venue for the Olympic Games in the 2000s.
That would have been my second choice.
That was your second choice? Well,
Yeah,
it's your second choice, and you still get 0 points.
Exactly.
So 2 points for Coach Reimer, 1 point so far for Coach Holmes. Doc Swender is still sitting in last place with 0. Just a reminder for all of the Husky fans out there, be sure to get the SCSU Huskies fan app on your phone. It's available both on the App Store and the Google Play Store, and that's the app that brings you the Huskies Trivia Mayhem. You can play trivia on the app. Mondays and Tuesdays take up hockey trivia. Wednesdays are other sports trivia here at St. Cloud State, and then Fridays are the pop culture trivia, which, if I'm not mistaken, Doc Swender is still perfect on the pop culture trivia questions so far this year.
So far.
So far. That's what we like to hear. We move on now to question number 4. And I believe that means, is Coach Holmes back up here?
No.
Yeah, I'm still reeling by the Canadian comments by Coach Reimer, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
No, it's my turn to go first.
Yes.
Okay, so it is Coach Reimer going here, I believe. That would be correct. So question number 4. This WNBA superstar is currently the only player not from the United States to win the Most Valuable Player award. Who is this player? A, Lauren Jackson, B, Lisa Leslie, C, Candace Parker, or D, Diana Taurasi.
Oh.
These are tough questions.
That is. I'm going to go with Taurasi.
That is incorrect. So that means we move on to Coach Holmes. It is your turn now, Coach Holmes. This WNBA superstar is currently the only player not from the United States to win the Most Valuable Player award. Who is this player? Is it A, Lauren Jackson, B, Lisa Leslie, or C, Candace Parker?
Well, I'm a huge WNBA fan, so I'm going to go with Candace Parker.
And that would be incorrect, which means it turns back over to Doc Swendra. You have a 50-50 shot here, Coach. This WNBA superstar is currently the only player not from the United States to win the Most Valuable Player award. Who is this player? Is it A, Lauren Jackson, or B, Lisa Leslie?
I'm going with Lisa Leslie.
You would be incorrect. The correct answer is Lauren Jackson, who is from Australia. She won the award in 2003 and 2007, along with one more in 2010 to kick off the new decade. So no points are awarded, which means we're still at 2 for Coach Reimer, 1 for Coach Holmes, 0 for Coach Swendra, who I'm sure.
Can we go back to the 80s music? That's better for me. If that's all right with you guys.
We need a time machine.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out there right now, Doc, that I would find it very hard to believe that anyone knows more about 80s music than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That
I'm
sounds
putting
like
that out there right now.
Fighting words.
Yeah, it
words.
is. Challenge accepted. All right.
I think our crew is taking some notes. We might have to turn back around and get another 80s trivia rematch, perhaps, with Coach Reimer and Coach Schwender in there. So now we move on to question number 5. Coach Holmes, you are up this time. Are you a big golf fan?
Mike
No,
Barr,
he's from Canada.
Canadian.
He's
Mike
not.
Barr, Canadian.
Duly noted. Tiger Woods is known worldwide as one of the greatest golfers of all time due partly to his astonishing win record in major events. How many majors did Tiger claim in the 2000s? Is it A, 7, B, 10, C, 9, or D, 5?
Oh, my goodness. I got to go with 10. In the 2000s, 10.
That is incorrect. So we move on to Coach Swendra. Tiger Woods is known worldwide as one of the greatest golfers of all time due partly to his astonishing win record in major events. How many majors did Tiger claim in the 2000s? Is it A, 7, C, 9, or D, 5?
Lucky number 7.
It is not 7.
Oh,
So we move back to our
Terrible.
leader, Coach Matt Reimer. Tiger Woods, known worldwide as one of the greatest golfers of all time, due partly to his astonishing win record in major events. How many majors did Tiger claim in the 2000s? Is it C, 9, or D, 5?
I'm going to go with 9.
It is 9. Coach Reimer extends his lead. He's up 3-1-0. Coach John Holmes also on the board with 1 point.
Is there a 10-run rule in this thing? I feel like Doc's getting 10 runs right now.
It's a little bit of a turnaround, Doc. Are you? What's your mindset right now compared to where you were last time out?
You know, I just got to get better. That's just what it is. Just got to be better.
Got to do a little bit more studying up on your trivia from sports.
Apparently,
right?
apparently.
Well, Doc, you've got a chance now to get yourself on the board with question number 6.
So wait a minute. So the last time we played, they changed the rules at the end. So can we make this one a 3-pointer? Like if I get this one right, it'd be a 3-pointer.
Unfortunately, that is not correct.
Oh.
Coach
The
Dolan,
commissioner says no.
but it's not in the rule book.
All right, sounds good.
Coach Swendra, the Dallas Cowboys lived up to the nickname America's Team in the 90s, winning 3 Super Bowls, but entering the 2000s, they were looking to keep the train rolling. How many titles did the Cowboys win in the 2000s? Is it A, 1, B, 3, C, 2, or D, 0?
0.
That is correct. Coach Swendra is on the board. It's now 3-1-1.
Did you notice there was no hesitation there at all? No hesitation. I knew that one.
I think you knew it. I saw the look in your eyes right as the question started. I think you knew that one from the get-go.
Coach McCarthy's there now, so the good times are coming back.
I don't know about that, Coach Holmes. We'll have to see. So just a reminder for the Huskies fans out there, the Huskies Trivia Mayhem is brought to you by the SCSU Huskies fan app. You can find it on the Google Play Store and the App Store. Make sure to check it out. It'll have all sorts of bells and whistles to it, lots of trivia that you can answer, some nice deals from sponsors, and you can find out more information all about your favorite teams. Of course, we have 3 coaches from those teams here. Coach Reimer with the men's basketball team, Coach Holmes with the new founded men's soccer program, and Coach Swendra with the baseball program. And speaking of baseball, I know Coach Reimer is a Cardinals fan. Coach Swendra, you're a Twins fan, if I'm not mistaken. Coach Holmes, I'm not so sure about you. Where do you stand on the Major League Baseball spectrum?
Thank you for bringing it up, Thomas. I have a lot of pain. I grew up a big Montreal Expos fan.
Oh.
And I cannot accept that they're in Washington. So by default, I guess I'm a Blue Jays fan. As a Canadian, that's who I got to go for. I got a soft spot for my Kansas City Royals because I used to live down there. George Brett, the old days.
You remember Vladdy Guerrero when he came up?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I'm so old. I remember when we had the best outfield in baseball. We had Andre Dawson, Ellis Valentine, Warren Cromartie, and our 4th outfielder was Tim Rock Raines. That's how great we were.
That's a good outfield. Almost as good as St. Cloud State's this past season. And
absolutely.
So sticking with baseball, the Minnesota Twins dominated the Central Division from 2000 to 2009, winning a slew of division titles in that time span. How many division titles did the Twinkies win from 2000 to 2009? This question is for Coach Reimer. Is it A, 2, B, 7, C, 5, or D, 3?
Well, I thought we were talking about Major League Baseball here, not minor league baseball if it's the Twins. But I'm going to go with 5. It's total shot in the dark.
A shot in the dark that worked out well today for you, Coach Reimer. You now have 4 points with the correct answer of 5 division titles for the Minnesota Twins from 2000 to 2009. I believe Tom Kelly and Ron Gardenhire were both involved in those division titles, if I'm not mistaken. That was a little bit early in my lifespan, so I could be wrong. But as
So
of
you
now,
haven't seen them win a playoff game then, have you?
let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying.
The Cardinals had pretty good success this year in the playoffs too. So
They won a game, but
yeah, they're not playing now.
no,
The current scoreboard has 4 for Coach Reimer and 1 each for Coach Holmes and Coach Swendra. We turn things over to question number 8, and this is for Coach Sean Holmes. Known across the league as the Big Ticket, who is this legendary NBA big man? Is it A, Tim Duncan, B, Shaquille O'Neal, C, Chris Bosh, or D, Kevin Garnett?
Good Lord. Did you say Steve Nash? Did you say Steve Nash? I got to slip every Canadian quote I can get in there. Steve Nash. Big ticket, big ticket, big ticket, big ticket. I got to go with Kevin Garnett, even though I have no idea.
You would be correct. I believe Coach Reimer's assistant coach, Chad Welk, was also known as a big ticket in his collegiate playing days, but Kevin Garnett is the correct answer for these purposes here, which means, Coach Holmes, you now move to alone in second place. It's 4 for Coach Reimer, 2 for Coach Holmes, and 1 for Coach Swendra. Doc, you have an opportunity to move yourself back into a tie for second place here as we move on to question number 9. After living a legacy of pain and disappointment, the Boston Red Sox finally ended an 86-year drought by claiming the World Series crown in what year? Is it A, 2002, B, 2004, C, 2007, or D, 2009?
Oh, I remember watching that one too now. Jeez. Wild guess, 2007.
You would be incorrect. The Boston
Red Sox
did not end the drought in 2007. So, Coach Swender, you're still sitting in last place for now.
Doesn't look good for me. Doesn't look good.
We turn the ball back over to the leader on the scoreboard, Coach Reimer. Matt, after living a legacy of pain and disappointment, the Boston Red Sox finally ended an 86-year drought by claiming the World Series crown in what year? Is it A, 2002, B, 2004, or C, 2007? I have a feeling this might be a sore spot for you.
this is a horrible question, but it was B, 2004.
Do you remember every single game of that series?
Yes, I do, and it still bothers me to this day.
So, Coach Reimer, at least you got 1 point in Huskies Trivia Mayhem out of that World Series. So
Yeah.
You're sitting at 5 points. Coach Holmes with 1, and Coach Swendra, or pardon, Coach Holmes, I shorted you. You have 2 points. Coach Swendra sitting with 1 at the moment. It's time for question 10. Coaches, do you have your paper and pencil with you?
Yes, sir.
Do it.
All right, that's what we like to hear. We're going to move back to football here in the 2000s for question number 10.
Is this worth 5 points? Is it worth 5 points?
This is worth 2 points. You can
all right.
heckle with Coach Holmes and maybe try and combine your points, I guess. I don't know if he wants to do that. But this is worth 2 points. Again, your scoreboard has Coach Reimer with 5, Coach Holmes with 2, and Coach Swendra with 1. I'm going to read this question twice for you because it's a lengthy one. It was a rivalry for the ages, not between 2 teams, but 2 quarterbacks. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning put on some of the most memorable games in NFL history. In the 2000s, how many times did the 2 play each other, and who came away with the most wins? I'll read it again for you. It was a rivalry for the ages, not between 2 teams, but 2 quarterbacks. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning put together some of the most memorable games in NFL history. In the 2000s, how many times did the 2 play each other, and who came away with the most wins. So we're looking for the amount of games that they played against each other and which of the two quarterbacks came out the victor in those games the most.
Coach Holmes, are you Googling this right now?
No. I don't even know what Googling is.
Can I call a friend?
You
No?
cannot call a friend.
Oh, all right.
Let me know, coaches, when you're ready to go. Do we all have our answers?
I'm ready to go.
All right. I'll let you put them up to your screen here with your answers so we can all see them, if however possible. Coach Swender has 5, Brady with 3, Manning with 2. Coach Swender, you were half right. Brady did have the most wins. Coach Reimer with 2 points on the board, 11 with Brady. They did meet 11 times, Tom Brady coming out as the victor in the most. Coach Holmes, I believe, can you put that up again? I didn't catch if you had Brady or Manning.
I put Brady 5.
Brady 5. So you get 1 point, which means our final tally has 7 for Coach Reimer. He is the winner of Huskies Trivia Mayhem number 5. Coach Holmes, you end with 3 points. Coach Wender, you have 2. How did we feel today? I mean, did you come in feeling on top of your game, Coach Reimer?
Yeah, I was very, very confident. I'm not going to lie.
How did Coach Reimer guess perfectly 11? How did that happen?
Exactly.
Do you remember each one of those games?
I do not remember each one of those games. That was a total shot in the dark as well. But, hey, when you got it going on, you got it going on. You're in the zone.
I know
baby.
how you feel. I know how you feel. Last time I was like that too. I get it. So, but now I
In the
know how Sean felt after that last time. So.
I've never felt that way. I've never felt that.
You know, trivia is a funny game. It can give you the best of times and the worst of times. Doc Schwender knows this now. Coach Reimer, a champion here with his 7-point performance. Just a reminder, Huskies fans, Huskies Trivia Mayhem is brought to you by the SCSU Huskies fan app, available now on the Google Play and the App Store. Lots of deals, lots of trivia that can be found there, and just a lot of information about everybody's favorite collegiate side, St. Cloud State University Huskies. Coaches, thank you so much for your time here today.
I just want to mention one thing, though. I think was Reimer, he had 7 points, correct?
7 points.
Okay, so I think the last time I played, I had 8. So I just want to throw that out there. So
How many did you have today, Coach Wendell?
Okay.
Yeah, and you were playing against Sean and Bregelman. I mean, Bregelman's probably got a -3, or he'd be that guy in Jeopardy that'd be a -3,000. So
I noticed Bregelman was not invited back.
That doesn't even, he doesn't even count. That's just you played Sean head to head. That's what you did.
I look forward to our next episode. I'm ready. I'll study up this time.
All right. Well, with that, I think that wraps things up here for Huskies Trivia number 5. Again, coaches, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck to you in any future Trivia Mayhems that you happen upon.
Sounds good, Thomas.
Thanks, Thomas.